Hello and welcome to this week's weekly English practice from English Coaching Projects. Well, as you know, all the bars and restaurants are closed in Victoria at the moment, so I'm just checking I've got enough wine and beer in the house to last me the weekend. In this week's weekly English practice, we asked the question, in which country do people get drunk most often? And perhaps you already know the answer. Or maybe not. As always, we have some questions at the end of the text which you can answer and send your opinions via email, via WhatsApp by recording your voice, or by paper aeroplane by writing by hand. Whichever one you prefer. But before the text, we have a couple of quick jokes for you. Quick jokes about drinking. And if you don't get the punchline, then ask your coach. Oh, and welcome to Funny Expressions from English Coaching Projects. Do you fancy a pint? And today's expression is to order around. Here's the joke. A really bossy man walks into a bar and orders everyone around. To order around is when you order the people you are with, or everybody in the bar, a round of drinks. And you pay for it. To order people around is to tell people to do things, like a boss. A bossy person orders people around. That person tells everybody what to do. So why is this joke funny? Well, a bossy person orders everyone around. Have a great day. And if you go to a bar, why not order everyone around? See ya. Hello and welcome to a funny expression from English Coaching Projects. And today's expression is, it's staggering. Here's the joke. You know, it's a 5-minute walk from my flat to the bar, but it's 45 minutes to walk back from the bar to my flat. You know, the difference is staggering. The word to stagger means to walk in a difficult manner, maybe because you're extremely tired or quite possibly drunk. And the expression, it's staggering, means it's incredible, it's amazing, oh my God. So why is this joke funny? Well, the difference between 5 minutes and 45 minutes is enormous. It's staggering. And maybe when you come back from the bar, it takes 45 minutes because you are staggering. Bye, thanks. Bye. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Don't get drunk. See ya.
English and Scottish people get drunk most often. With an average of being drunk more than 33 times last year, the English and Scots reached more than twice the rate of several other nationalities. The English and Scottish have topped an international league table of how often people get so drunk that they lose their balance and slur their speech. The Global Drugs Survey, GDS, suggests the UK's drink problem is more dangerous than use of any other drug. More than 5% of people under 25 in the UK reported having sought hospital treatment after getting drunk, compared with a global average of 2%. The UK rate of hospital admissions because of alcohol was higher than among users of any other drug cited in the report, apart from heroin, and consumption of alcohol was much more widespread, with 94% of people in the UK saying they had drunk alcohol in the last year, compared with 2.3% who had used heroin. The survey questioned more than 110,000 people around the globe, including 5,283 in the UK, in a 3-month period from November 2019 to February 2020, before the coronavirus pandemic. It repeated last year's finding that people in the UK get drunk more often than those in other countries. And this year's finding was more robust because the survey defined what it meant by getting drunk. Respondents were asked to say how many times they had got so drunk that your physical and mental faculties are impaired to the point where your balance or speech was affected, you are unable to focus clearly on things, and that your conversation and behaviour were very obviously different to people who know you. Using this definition, people in Scotland and England said they had got drunk on average more than 33 times in the last year. This was the highest rate of all 25 countries studied, and more than twice the rate of several European countries, including Poland, Hungary, Germany, Greece, Spain, Italy and Portugal. The global average was just over 20 times, with Colombians reporting the lowest at 6.5 times. Only 7% of Scottish and English people surveyed reported not having been drunk at all in the past 12 months. Only Danes and Australians had a lower proportion at 5%. The English were among the least remorseful about getting drunk. On average, 32.8% of people around the world said they regretted getting drunk. In England, it was only 31%, and in Scotland, 33.8%, compared with 88.3% of Colombians. The report said this finding was particularly alarming. Given that for most people getting drunk is a voluntary activity, it's striking that on a third of occasions they regretted it. Previous research suggested that when getting drunk, most people are likely to be consuming almost their entire weekly allowance in one sitting, exposing them to acute harm such as accidents, trauma, and suppression of their immune system. A separate study last year found that 48% of Britons said they had been drinking more since the start of the pandemic. Professor Adam Winstock, the founder of the GDS, said, "We don't have a culture that is honest about the impact of intoxication. Drinking is a lousy coping strategy." British people have never really embraced moderation when it comes to drinking. While many other cultures regard alcohol as an accompaniment to a social event and frown upon public drunkenness, we've often embraced it as a cultural identity. The challenge is making people realise drinking a bit less does not make you boring. In fact, you'll probably have a better night. It's like as a country, we need to leave our adolescence behind. Here are this week's questions. Do you drink alcohol? Why? Why not? What do you think about the British drinking culture? And what about the Spanish one? Are they comparable? What's the difference? Do you ever drink too much alcohol? How often? The text says that drinking is a lousy coping strategy for resolving problems. Do you agree? Why? Why not?